It's okay to not know what to do. It's okay to feel scared. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay to not know, to worry. It's okay. It's natural. Shit happens. I think we owe it to ourselves to be a little bit more kind, a little bit more courteous, to be more receptive to ourselves and kinder to ourselves and say, hey, it's okay to feel nervous. Or if someone else is feeling nervous, you're gonna think, oh, how could they? Oh, what type of person feels nervous? Like, no. Like, and I think sometimes maybe people don't give themselves the same grace that they do other people. I feel like it could be easy to be understanding towards other people and maybe not as understanding to ourselves. Right? Like we gotta be nicer to ourselves, you feel me? We gotta show ourselves a little bit more love, a little bit more compassion, you feel me? Because let's be real, we fucking deserve it. And it's it's not a stable or reliable experience to constantly try and get our validation, our love, our worthiness on external influences, on external things. I think the best and most healthy thing is, to validate yourself, to give yourself the love that you deserve, that you seek, that you desire, that you are worthy of. Sometimes really life can be as simple as saying, hey, I get it, you're nervous. I get it, you're afraid. I get it, you can feel stress. And that's okay. I love you for that. I appreciate you for that. It's okay. These are natural things. And to expect ourselves to be like incredibly perfect and to be like this, to be like that, like, ugh, it's kind of crazy. Like, we got to take a step back and be like, how can we expect ourselves to be like this perfect thing? You know what I mean? Like, it sounds crazy, but maybe there are subconscious things in your mind or subconscious expectations that you have put upon yourself that are maybe just a little bit ludicrous, maybe are a little bit not realistic, you know? And so I think we owe it to ourselves to have a little compassion and be able to see ourselves in a better light and a better right. You know, when we are able to take a step back and not view ourselves in a personal aspect, but more from a third person aspect, see ourselves just as another person. How would you see yourself? How would you see yourself? If you were another person looking at yourself, how would you see yourself? Not from an attached point of being of, oh, I'm this. No, no, no. If you just saw yourself walking down the street, if you just saw yourself in the way you act, the way you move, the way you live life, what would you think about yourself? And I would assume it's a good thing. I hope you would see yourself in a better light. I hope that brings a new perspective. Like, whoa, I'm fucking cool. Like, no, but for real, like, I think we owe ourselves that level of compassion and to be able to look at yourself in that light in the perspective of another person. It's like, whoa, I can kind of shift the perspective because even if someone sees you in a good light or a bad light, that doesn't mean they're going to give you the validation of telling you that, oh, you're cool. Oh, I love the way you did this. Oh, you're so smart. You're so this, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. It doesn't matter. And it's almost ridiculous for us to expect that too. But like, when you are able to realize like, whoa, there are beautiful aspects of myself. There is a lot to love here. It shifts everything because you start acting from a place of self-love. You start acting as someone who values themselves, values their time, their energy, their efforts, their beliefs, their ambitions, their dreams. And I feel like that's step number one of if you feel down, you feel sad, you feel this, that, the other, like, don't be looking outside yourself. Look within. Look at yourself. How you treating yourself? What thoughts do you have in here? What do you believe? It's crazy because there are so many things in this world that want to distract us from ourselves. They want to point us to other directions, other things, even something as simple as religion in the modern day. that is supposed to be something that brings us closer to ourselves, to the God within, is focused on actually has been contorted into to moving people towards looking towards things outside themselves, and that I don't like. If I'm keeping it a buck, because like I feel like one of the most important things in life is to be connected to yourself, and when you really do connect with that, you will you will understand and become aware of how important it is, and to see around you how a lot of society is built around distracting you from that, distracting you from self-love, bringing your vibration down, bringing you and yourself and your beliefs and your confidence and all these things down. When in reality, like, to feel powerful, to feel strong, to embody that strength and confidence you have within here, within yourself, to move like that, to be like that, that is not a bad thing, right? And you may get looks in public, when you walk around with this certain energy of someone who is comfortable, confident, strong internally. I'm not talking about externally. I mean, sure, that's one thing. If you got a strong body, you're muscular, whatever, athletic, sure. But to have that and have that internally, to have strength internally and externally is something divine, I feel like. And I recognize that within myself is when I walk around with confidence. I walk around with this energy every day, and it goes without being noticed. It's almost like, for example, today, I was nervous this morning to do something. I was out today and I was like at this event and something. And for the first time in a while, I was nervous to do something. And it felt so weird. And when I look back at it today, I almost realized, like, wow, it felt so strange to feel like that. And it made me remember, like, wow, like, normally I just walk around confident. Normally I'm just, yeah, I don't care. And it's almost liberating. Like, it was a reminder almost like, yo, you don't have to care what anyone else thinks, whether they like you, whether they don't, whether, this, that, the other, like, it doesn't matter. As long as you love and appreciate yourself, that's number one. And you have your own moral compass, you have your own things, your own beliefs, you have your own intuition. So I feel like being able to understand that, to follow that, and to appreciate that, rather than looking externally at what other people think of you, believe of you, what they say you are or who you are, all these other things become not important. Do you know what I mean? Like, you hear it, you see it, but it doesn't affect you. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't go inside of you and become something. It either passes through you or it just bounces off you. Or it, like, I don't know. It's funny. Like, I'll just be walking around, and if some type of judgment comes my way, some type of people are putting this type of energy on me, I don't even pay it attention. You feel me? I just don't care. And so it's funny, like, we have no reason to care what other people think. And one of the greatest things, I have tattoos. And I think a lot of times people could be judgmental about that, or judgmental about the way that I look. I'm in a country where there's very people, like, people don't look like me. I'm always been someone who's different, be someone who speaks different native language. Being a foreigner in a different country will show you, damn, motherfucker, damn. I'm not talking about a tourist, I'm talking about living. Damn. Like, always being different will show you how important it is to not give a fuck what anyone else thinks. And, for me, I've always felt different my whole life. And you probably have felt like that too, a lot of you. And so if you feel that burden of like, oh, I'm different, why I always got to be different, this, blah, blah. It's a gift. It's a superpower. All right. And that gift is encouraging you to embody your full self without caring what other people think. Because it is not a bad thing. It is not a crime. It is not negative for you to be yourself and to be confident in your full authenticity. That is not a bad thing. Because here's the thing. People will appreciate you for who you are, and the people who really rock with you will rock with you for who you are. You don't have to fake it. It's like so relieving not needing to be an actor, not needing to try and control yourself and how you have to be. Just being able to be yourself is one of the most free feelings and limitless feelings that there ever can be. You're just you. Life's simple. You're just you. You're not thinking about it. And that's a great feeling. I want y'all to be living like that every day, being like, damn, I'm just me. Like, hello? So yeah, I don't know. I think this is also kind of a reminder for me and for myself just to be like, damn, like I'm allowed to be me. The fuck? I'm allowed to be me. I'm allowed to feel however I want to feel. I don't need anyone's validation. I don't need you to tell me who I am or how I should be. And that doesn't mean like we're not open to criticism in the way that we work, in the way that we do things, and just in life in general. Nah. It's just about not taking things personally. Not letting other people define you and who you are and how you should act and express yourself. So yeah, basically, love yourself, appreciate yourself, be yourself. What more is there? It's life. I'll catch you later.